the East has the pole. The Plaid Enterprises Beast Ford. Leffler starts alongside the Western Speed, number 60. Second row, Mike Trimble, San Jose, California, the 15. His own Beast Chevy. Aaron Pierce from Muncie, Indiana, the Sam Pierce Beast Chevrolet. Row 3, young Mike Lewis from Noblesville, Indiana, the defending Turkey Night Grand Prix winner. The other Western Speed car, that's the 40. And Tyler Walker from Los Angeles in the 67, the Zerunian Beast Pink. Row 4, Tom Hessert III from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, in his own 5X. That's an Eagle Stanton Mopar. And David Steele out of Tampa, Florida, the third Western Speed car, the 20. That is an Eagle Mopar. Row 5, Greg Taylor is from Ventura, California, in the 47, the Rick Taylor Beast Chevrolet. Nick Racino Jr., a very famous West Coast open-wheel family. Car number 11 from San Francisco, that is a Beast Chevrolet. Row 6, the 63 for Ivan Worden from Cotati, California, his own H&M chassis Chevrolet. The only female driver in this field, the 5 for Shauna Hogg from Roseville, California, Richard Hogg's Eagle Chevrolet. Seventh row, A.J. Fike from Galesburg, Illinois, the McGladrey & Pullen 32, that's a Beast Foxco. Scott Hansen from Simi Valley, California, his own 33. The eighth row, Rick Hendricks in the 97 from Canyon Country, California. Brad Gumgardner is from Chino, California, in the 88. Row 9, Jim Waters from Salt Lake City in the 24. Jason McCord, who won a Silver Crown race at IRP this year from Anderson, Indiana, the Consanti 41. The 10th row, Jimmy Weissong from Utah, the 00. Jay Drake from Val Verde, California, the Deep 2 and 67. The 11th row, Chad Nichols in the 52. Bud Kading in the 4. Jeff Gardner and Mike Bergoito in the 19. Tony Hunt and Chuck Maddox are in the 13th row. Chris Peterson and Chris Spelsley from Victoria, British Columbia, share shotgun on the field in the 95. He's in row 14. And again, some fine drivers deep in the field there.
There certainly are. It's going to be interesting to see how well they can come up through there. Now, these cars are a little bit bigger. They're a little bit heavier than the midgets. Oh, you can see that tire smoke already getting into that corner. That looked like Michael Lewis, heavy on the brakes.
Up out of the backstretch for the first time. Bobby East in the 5. They're 3 wide. Jason Leffler forced up high out of the groove and a lead change. Looks like Aaron Pierce has taken the 26 car to the bottom, and he grabs the point.
Yeah, Bobby East and Leffler battling each other, and Pierce just went right to the bottom, went around both of them.
Now, this track has what they call graduated banking, just 6 degrees on the bottom, 12 up high. Jason Leffler into 1. He's shuffled back to 4th already.
Yeah, he's probably just kind of biding his time. I don't think he's one of these guys that goes out there and bonsai right off the bat, but you don't want to get shuffled back too much farther. Now he's on the bottom of the racetrack that we talked about earlier. It looks like that's the fastest way.
It was about 75 degrees here when the sun was out during the day. Tonight, probably about 50. Probably takes a while for the tires to heat up.
It does take a while, and it does change the racetrack, too. When the racetrack gets colder like this, it'll usually tighten the race car up a little bit, so they have to adjust for that and make that compensation.
Michael Trimble in the 15 is up in his second spot. Aaron Pierce in the black 26 is your leader. That's Trimble in second. You're riding with Leffler, who's third down the back straightaway here on lap number 5.
Trimble in that 15 car is only 17 years old, but he doesn't look like it. Man, he made a pretty nice move right there. Got back to the inside. Hasn't lost that spot yet. His mom was telling me that he had to skip school to come down here, so he's looking for an excuse from somebody.
That's Mike Lewis in the 40 up alongside. He's not very old either. Lewis gets by for second. Jason Leffler trying to work his way back to third. Let's ride with Leffler.
Yeah, and Trimble doing a nice job for a young kid. He's only run about 8 or 9 sprint car races this summer. He says he's going to go for Rookie of the Year next year, but doing a great job, qualified really good.
Jason Leffler trying to work his way to the bottom. Jason, of course, with a lot of NASCAR Craftsman truck Cup Series experience, moving to the Busch Series full-time for Gene Haas in 2000.
Yeah, and he's finally kind of got his act together a little bit. He's moving back up. But meanwhile, Aaron Pierce has pulled out to a pretty nice lead over those two.
Aaron Pierce with a good lead. This is for 5th, 6th, and 7th. That's the Zeruni in 67 with sprint car veteran Tyler Walker on board on the high side.
Yeah, Tyler Walker, he had quick time and hasn't moved up quite as quickly as he had hoped to, probably.
Tom Hessert back there in the 5. You've got Jay Drake's car back in the mix there as well. There's the 15 of Trimble. He's got shuffled back to 4th. Hessert running 5th. The 32 with A.J. Bike back there in 6th. Then you see the 67 with Walker. That's Dave Steele in the orange 20.
Yeah, Dave Steele, you know, he's a guy you expect to move up pretty quickly when you come to the pavement, but so far he's kind of stuck where he's at. Look at A.J. Fike, though. He's trying to find a way. I think he's faster than both those guys in front of him, but they're running side by side. He's got no place to go.
We've seen Tom Hessert III make a lot of progress this year. Great drive. He's up to 4th right now. Meantime, the leader, Aaron Pierce, has stretched it out.
Well, he has.
Maybe, maybe not.
I was going to say, right now, it looks like his lead is dwindling very quickly as Michael Lewis has really gained on him the last couple of laps. And Michael Lewis is really driving into the corner deep. That's one of the advantages for running second. You can go in deeper, but if you go in too deep, then you just wash up the racetrack. So far, he hasn't done that.
Two drivers who've seen each other a lot this year in National Midget Sprint Car Competition. Pierce from Indiana, Lewis also from Indiana. Lewis has run, though, the Western State Sprint Cars all season long.
Yes, he came out here trying to win this championship and already did, you know. So he's done a great job. I'm not sure exactly what... Oh, there you go. He went in so deep.
Yep.
He washed the front end right up the racetrack and couldn't hang on to it.
Here he comes back.
And look at Pierce. Once again, Pierce lets him drive it in there that deep and goes back around him.
Swapping the point with 14 laps on the board, 26 to go. Aaron Pierce in the black 26 has led just about all the way. Michael Lewis in the 40 car runs second. Lewis has led a couple of different times for a tenth of a second, maybe, but they are side by side.
Well, he's trying to force Aaron Pierce into making a mistake. So far, Pierce hasn't bit, though. Oh, right there. See how deep he drives it into the corner? Pierce gets off of the corner better, and right now, that's the key.
Pierce out of Muncie, Indiana. His dad's 26, started fourth. Lewis grabs the lead with an inside move and a spin. Trimble spins the 15, and we get a caution. First yellow flag of the night. 16 laps are complete. Trimble loops the car off of turn 2, actually to the inside of 2, and we are under. Lining up third in that orange number 60. We're back underway, 25 to go, and Pierce up in the middle of the racetrack. Valeria, was really terrific to watch Mike Lewis, and he swapped the point inside outside on the corners, but now the tires got to heat back up again.
Well, that's right. We'll see if the tires were sort of the problem. You can see Michael Lewis running much higher on the racetrack than the other two guys running up front. Leffler moves up a little bit. They're actually running 3 different grooves because Pierce is running right on the bottom through the middle, and then Michael Lewis is running higher. And there we see Jason McCord again in that 4 car, and I apologize to him for a while ago.
Well, he and Bud Kading teammates tonight for Bob Consanti's bunch here out in California, and the numbers are 4 and 41, and actually one of the cars has a taped 1 alongside on the tail tank, so hard to tell which is which there. The 32 car, A.J. Fike in his normal pavement sprint car that they put a 355 or 360-inch motor. Yes,
they have, and he's actually moved up very well. Now he's on the inside challenging Leffler, so he's moved up. Man, he looks to be one of the fastest race cars on the racetrack right now. Oh, we got problems. Somebody slowed way down over there on the backstretch.
Coming up on halfway, and that is McCord's car with a problem. Jason McCord, who is running well up at the top 5, off the gas. No caution flag shown. They're going to try to give him a chance to get the 41 out of harm's way without stopping the race. He'll pull below the white line, and the green lights stay on here at Irwindale. Halfway next time by.
And he's down off the racetrack as long as he can coast around there and get on the inside.
Now we get a yellow. The caution now waves, and the 88 car has gotten into the wall up in turn 4. I believe that's Jimmy Weissong, one of the West Coast regulars. No, Brad Baumgartner.
Yeah, Brad Baumgartner, yeah. So he's, looks like he got in there pretty hard.
So Leffler up high. You're riding with Leffler down into 1. He continues to run 4th, but Tom Hessert putting a lot of pressure on him. And now A.J. Fike right up on the back bumper of the 26 of Pierce.
Right, it doesn't matter how low Pierce goes. A.J. Fike just goes lower now, and he's cleared out below the white line, but couldn't make that pass. When you get below the white line, I think it does level off a little more, so it's a little tougher to run down there. And they did that on purpose. They didn't want you running below that white line.
Just 6 degrees of bank at the bottom here. It's only 12 up high. 6 degrees barely enough to let the rainwater run off on a wet day. Leader is still Pierce. Second is Fike. Third is Lewis, Leffler, and Hessert. The rest of the top 5. We're past halfway.
But look at Michael Lewis. He's not gone away. He's still right there, and he's hanging on. You know, he's just running just fast enough to make these guys worry. And, you know, he's still got a great chance to win this thing. Oh, he got up into the wall a little bit right there.
White Walden coming off turn 4. We'll see if that caused any problems to the 40 car. Doesn't look like it. He's still on the button, but Fike in the red 32 up to second.
Well, we'll see. No, he looks like he's still running fast enough. Yeah. He just barely did enough to rub off the Hoosier tire sign on the side of the tire. That's about it.
Aaron Pierce, though, still leads. 14 to go. Now is for second.
Michael Lewis, he's going to go to the bottom, right? Man, he made that look easy when he went to the bottom, but look. Here we see it again. No, not that time. Fike could not get back around him.
If you're new to open wheel racing, that's what's called a slide job, but to make it work, you've got to close the door and not let the other car get back past you.
That's right. Certainly doing the slide job, you know, on a racetrack like this where the groove is kind of up a little bit higher, it works really well a lot of times.
Aaron Pierce continues to lead. Lewis for the moment second. A.J. Fike runs third. Fike so much lower on the racetrack. He's saving so much ground in the corners. Lewis trying to play the momentum game with him.
And you know what? Tom Hesser back there, he's moving up on these guys. He's moved back into fourth, and he's gaining on those leaders. So he's having a great run here tonight.
Tom Hesser, the third, just linking up with Keith Coons. Caution on the racetrack. Yellow waving. One car in trouble. It's the 95 off the pace.
Chris Schmeltz. He's
no indication as to what the problem might be. Schmeltz get back to it. 12 laps to go. Green's in the air. Aaron Pearson, the black 26, is your leader. Lewis second. Fike is third. Tom Hessert up to fourth in that white number 5 with the blue tail tank. Leffler shuffled back to fifth. And Larry, I'm surprised. Jason Leffler having a lot of trouble getting to the front here.
Yeah, he's although right now it looks like he is moving up, but Hessert moving right to the bottom of the racetrack, hanging in with those guys. A.J. Fike is the guy that seems like he's, I don't know whether he pours the tires out or what down there, but he hasn't been as quick the last 4 or 5 laps. We'll see if he can move back up.
Tom Hessert in the blue 5 car. Jason Leffler in this orange machine, the number 60, side by side for fourth. Battle is for second. Fike and Michael Lewis going at it. Aaron Pierce loves to see this. Of course, no rear view mirror, but this allows him to open up the lead.
See, right there, Michael Lewis just got a little bit too high. When he got too high, he got up in the marbles and he lost a lot of ground. That allowed A.J. Fike to go back around him. Now he's got to go battle with him all over again.
Fike in the red 32 from Galesburg, Illinois. Lewis in that orange number 40 out of Noblesville, Indiana. Although that is a West Coast car that he has run all year, the Western Speed machine. Battling side by side for second. And Fike just can't get a grip on the bottom of the racetrack anymore.
Now, and Aaron Pierce, he just has a handle on this thing tonight. He hasn't really been challenged except for that one time when Michael Lewis got up there and gave him a couple little slide jobs.
Top 3, quite a battle for second spot. Your leader is Pierce. Lewis now reestablishes second in the 40. And here comes Fike right to the bottom. He's trying to get up alongside him again.
Yeah, Fike doesn't give up. He's got that groove down there in the bottom. He's worked it out pretty well. Jason Leffler, meanwhile, he's been on the outside of Tom Hessert now for 3 or 4 laps. Just can't quite get by him.
Dave Steele in the third of the Western Speed cars, the orange number 20, back in 6th. Haven't seen much of him yet tonight. There's Hessert in one of the Keith Coons cars. That's the 5X and the 60 of Leffler.
Watch Leffler. He's pushing the front end real bad coming off the corner. You can see him right there. He's got that thing bent all the way. Just can't get off the corner quite the way he wants. There. Boy, he really turned the wheel right there.
Pierce in that black car, your leader. Now Lewis reeling him in once again. Laps winding down. 5 to go. And the car length gap is about 3 this time.
And Michael Lewis is relentless on that top. He may make this thing work after all. After we said it wasn't quite as quick up there tonight, he's proven us wrong.
Now, when you play the momentum game, the longer you run, the faster you get.
That's right. You just can't make a mistake up there, though. You can make a little mistake on the bottom, but up there at the top, you've got to be absolutely perfect, and he has been here for the last few laps.
There'll be 2 laps to go this time by down the back straightaway. Pearson, the 26, is led virtually all the way. Lewis battled with him in the first 10 a couple of times. Couldn't grab the lead and hold it. They lap by a slower car.
Well, that probably helps him a little bit right there. That makes Pierce get up on the racetrack a little bit. We'll see if he pulls one of those slide jobs as he comes down here on this last lap.
On to the inside, going for the lead, Michael Lewis, but can he hold off Pierce? White flag in the air. Pierce by a radiator gap.
Well, he tried the old slide job, and he'll try to do it again. Now then he goes to the bottom.
Oh, Pierce sideways, down into 3. Here's Lewis.
They touched wheels. They touched wheels again as they moved him up.
Lewis with the lead out of 4. Checkered flag in the air. Michael Lewis will grab the win in the last 2 laps.
Wow, what a move by Michael Lewis. They touched a little bit, but I'll tell you what, he made a very nice move. He went someplace where he didn't really want to run, and that was the bottom. And when you can run in the place you're not the fastest and make the pass, you've done a heck of a job.
And that shows why you never give up on a short track.
Exactly. You just keep knocking away and knocking away, knocking at that door, and he did a great job.
Aaron Pierce giving him a thumbs up on the way by. That was a great battle between 2 young guns.
Yes, it was. And if Aaron Pierce had thought that it was not a good pass, you would have known it right there, believe me.
Got another look at the pass for the lead in the final couple of laps. Here they are down into 3. Lewis in the orange car goes below the white line.
See, he goes down there. Now Pierce comes back by him down on the bottom side of the racetrack. And, you know, but Pierce just couldn't get back around him once he got behind.
Now, Michael Lewis won the Turkey Night Grand Prix in his midget 1 year ago. He'll try for a sweep here tonight. He gets his night off to a terrific start.